Hey guys, welcome back to Life with Twinsies. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Charles.
We just finished watching Power Season 4, Episode 6, The New Man.
The New Man.
Yes, y'all. Ghost is a new man, y'all. This was such a great episode. We see, dang, Jukebox's ass finally went down by the hands of Kanan.
Two shots, two chests.
Yes. So Jukebox is down. My boy Julio is gone. Julio is no more. Holly's Uncle Sam went down. That was crazy.
Yeah, Uncle Sam deserved that one.
Yeah, he did, y'all.
Yeah.
And no sex scenes. No sex
really?
scenes. Petard tried to set Tommy up, but got caught in his own game, y'all.
Yeah,
He went
Tommy
down.
is too smooth. It had us thinking for a minute. We thought Tommy was gonna bite the bullet, but Tommy saved his own skin.
My man lives again, lives again. And guys, I got my notes once again so we can follow the storyline, the timeline, and everything that happened. So let's just go in right now.
I'm gonna jump deep into this thing. This thing was just, it was jumping.
Yeah, it was good. Good episode, y'all. So it starts out, boom, Ghost wakes up in his bed. He's having a flashback of killing Marshall again.
That thing gonna be in his head for a while.
That was crazy. That was so brutal. And I'm not surprised he's having nightmares about that. But he wakes up in the bed all alone. Tasha left him in there.
How you in jail all this time and wake up and don't got nobody beside you?
No, she had no pity. She didn't even give him no pity booty or nothing. She slept alone last night, y'all. Yeah. So we see the scene that I talked about in my previous video when I did my episode 6 predictions. Now, Ghost has a conversation with Tasha in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could start over, you know, put the past in the past. I could not wait to see how my girl Tasha was going to respond to this.
You just can't throw the past in the past. Not being where you're from.
They're past that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too much. That's too much.
Even with the stuff in the past and how he got out, she brought it back up. You just can't throw it away. This woman right here threw her career away to get you off.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing. One thing that I did not mention in my previous video that I said to Charles, you remember me saying this to you. The courtroom scene in episode 5. Now, when Angela is on the stand and they're showing Ghost's facial expression and they show Tasha. Tasha's looking like, and in that scene, I said to Charles, I said, she realized at that very moment how much this woman loves her husband. I said, it ain't no turning back now. And I did not mention that in my previous video. I apologize for that. But Charles, I did say that.
Yeah, you said that. You said that.
Yes.
You gotta look at their expressions.
Yes, and she brought that up. Well, she says, I thought that the relationship was just for appearances. Right. Okay? And when he said over, she said, over? I just watched, you know, Angela blow her whole career in order for you to walk.
Right.
So, and when she walked away and she said, let's talk about this later, I'll keep the kids out again, we can talk about this later. She walks away and goes down the hallway and she's just standing there having a moment where she's trying to take everything in. But you can tell that on the inside she's conflicted because I think she really does still love
She's feeling somebody else's love right now.
Well, it's not love, but she's that attraction that she has to Silver.
Yes.
And then
she brings
on the inside, she doesn't know how far she can trust Ghost. You know? So Ghost is at Truth. He's getting out of the car. You know, the media is there, and he's pretty much excited to be going into his club.
Feeling good.
Yes.
Got his suit on.
Yes.
Back in his threads.
Mm-hmm.
Back in his place.
Kanan gets out of the car and he's like, okay, he get ready to go in and surprise him, but Simon Stern beats him to the punch and Stern is there getting out of his car. So
you know this ain't no good. He gonna get a man when he first get out.
Yeah. So when Ghost walks in to Truth, you know, and he's turning on the lights and he's just looking around, he's just like, that was very short-lived. Him walk Stern.
I gave your woman some money and I'm come to collect.
Yeah, he says, I gave Tasha a lot of money and I'm here to collect. Now, we knew it was going to be something that Stern wanted, but I wasn't really sure what angle he was coming from. And real estate.
I'm really not understanding this angle either. I'm still not understanding the thing about the real estate. It's something else up with this.
You think so?
Yes, I think it's something else deeper than what he revealed.
Okay. So Simon says that he wants to be a silent partner, basically, and he wants Ghost to work with him on this real estate deal. But he needs Ghost because he wants him to be able to get a minority loan and for a tax break. So he's just like, hey, I'm just gonna sit back and be the silent partner. And Ghost is like, so you need my black face to make you more money. Yeah, pretty much. Then from there, Ghost gets a phone call from Teresi. Man, this is gonna be a problem. Teresi's sitting there. He probably in there looking at his phone, waiting on his phone call from Tommy. He ain't playing. He's like, you've been out long enough. Tommy has not called me yet. And Ghost is like, chill, old man. I told you, I got this. He's gonna call. Don't worry about it. I got you. Then we get the clip of Jukebox is calling Kanan, blowing up his phone. Where you at? You know, what's the deal? And she's holding Tariq, and she has him up in Queens, and you know, she's just like, don't mess this up, Kanan. And Kanan's like, I can't make a move on him yet, you know, don't worry, I got this. Yeah. You're talking about
Ghost is too hot, got too many people around him. He's like, I can't grab him right now.
Right. Tariq is like, hey, my mom is, you know, she's gonna be worried about me. And Jukebox is just like, hey, give me your phone, I'll handle your mom's. So Tasha and Keisha out having lunch, and I love this scene. Shout out to Lala. She did her thing in this scene because her facial expressions, I mean, she said some things to Tasha, but the non-verbal, the body language, the facial expressions said it all. Lala killed that scene. So shouts out to Lala for that. She asked Tasha, what is life supposed to look like now? And Tasha's like, well, you know, we just got to keep up appearances and everything, but you know, we're not getting back together. And she's like,
she won't worry about that.
I'm not talking about what's going on in your life. I'm talking about what's happening with the shop. What's going on with my shop? And she lets it known to Tasha. She's like, hey, look, I want out. And Tasha's just like, we just gotta keep everything going for now, but I promise you, in a little while, things will go back to the way they was. And Keisha's just like,
yeah, then she tried to throw it off a little bit by asking about her man and her from your man.
So Tasha smoothly tries to change the subject just like she always does. Right. And she's like, I haven't heard from him. His phone must be broke, you know. And she got attitude.
But she looking at Tasha like she knows where her man is. Right. Yeah, she gave her that look like something's going on.
Since she's known Tasha, they've been friends since 2nd grade.
Right.
I'm sure she knows all the BS that she tries to pull, and I'm sure she knows that she's on to her, you know, the situation, her and Tommy. She already said it once, the name Tommy.
Right.
So this conversation between them two, I almost feel like this was the big turning point, because like you said, when we were watching this scene, you was just like, she got to go.
Yeah. She's getting that I can't deal with this no more. This drug comes to my shop. She wants out. She kept saying that she wanted out. It's like, it's gonna be hard trying to keep her on board until they can remove or get another spot for that.
She was very short with Tasha, and even when she was trying to make the small talk, like, oh, I know, and ladies waiting to get their hair done, she's like,
yeah.
All right, Tasha.
Especially if Tommy don't come through and be that love for that she wants.
Right.
That's really gonna throw off for me.
And as soon as she walked away, like you said, you know, Tasha's like, texted Tommy, where you at? I told you to handle this to keep her happy, and she is not happy right now.
No, she's not. So
guys, from there, Tommy goes to Chicago, and we get to meet Jason Mitchell, I think his name is.
Yes.
Now, he must be the big man in Chicago. So Tommy is meeting him in this building, and this guy Mitchell tells him that they want Ghost completely out of the picture, and they want Tommy to cut all strings with him. And I really loved in this scene, which Tommy came through the way I thought he would. I thought that Tommy wasn't going to back down to anybody. If they wanted him to kill Ghost, I knew that Tommy would stand up and say, I'm not going to do it.
At first, that's what Tommy was thinking.
Yes, absolutely.
He was thinking that they was talking about, hey, I want you to kill him. And Tommy told him.
Yeah, I won't do it.
It happened before. I was faced with this before. I ain't gonna kill Ghost.
Yeah, but Jason's very smart. He said bodies are bad for business.
Yes.
He just said, I want you to cut ties with him altogether. And he's like, I got a different plan for you. Now, he proposes that Tommy runs the operation on the East Coast and the West Coast.
Yes.
Tommy likes that.
Yeah, he likes that. He likes to feel like he's in charge.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna take over that, what they get called that ghost spot. Yes.
And they shake hands on that, and Tommy is wanting to leave, and Jason's like, hey, I want you to stay through the night, and we're gonna celebrate tonight. Tommy's
Chicago
like,
style.
Yeah. Tommy's like, man, I was hoping to get out of here, but he's like, but he realized he can't just leave just yet. Jason ain't trying to let him go, so Tommy ultimately agrees to stay through the night to celebrate. So y'all, from here, this was the scene that I'm like, what the heck? I thought this was really stupid. So Julio and Black Rim, they meet Dre under the bridge. Now, I don't know why Julio, after seeing in episode 5 when he saw Dre with Kanan, he's gonna go and talk to Dre again.
You said that. Why is he gonna meet up with him under the bridge?
So Dre tells Julio that Ghost is out and he's on his way to meet him at the club. So this is when Julio confronts him about...
Julio didn't know Ghost was out, because Julio like, what? He's out?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So everybody getting this news secondhand. This wasn't like no broadcast that Ghost is out.
Right. So Julio confronts Dre about seeing him with Kanan, and he said, you know, our orders were, Tommy told us, if you see Kanan, kill him on sight, basically. But Dre, we really saw a change in Dre in this episode, and I really think...
From season to season, Dre has been changing.
Yes.
And this episode, since this season started, Dre's been changing. He's been getting a little bolder and bolder, and a little slicker and a little slicker.
Yes, he's a weasel. No doubt, he's a weasel.
But he got them quick words.
Yeah,
he thinks really quick. He thinks on a dime, and he's like ready to give you stuff to get you like you ready to kill him, and he gets you something, and you get the back up and like, okay. Instead of stabbing him, you want to shake his hand.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think his actions in this particular scene became so clear to me that I saw out his end game. I see what his plan is. What Dre is trying to do basically is strategically set everyone up and have them all kill each other, so he is the last man standing. Because let me break this down to you guys. So he started telling Julio, yes, Kanan wants back in, but I shut him down. And I couldn't kill him because I couldn't kill him in truth. So then he goes on to try to convince him that he's loyal and they need to expand. He said, we need to expand because Cristobal is a problem. You know, he's been talking to the other premiers. He even said something to me. So Cristobal is the problem. And Julio's like, shoot, I need to tell Tommy. But he's like, hey, before you tell Tommy, here's the solution. We meet with these other premiers, get them set up, and then we can take care of Cristobal. And, you know, Julio being Julio, he's like, I gotta talk to Tommy. He's like, you don't need to do that. You the distro, bro. Tommy's gonna be like, why I gotta keep wiping your ass? You can handle this, you the man, basically. That's what he's telling him.
So you keep trying to butter him up a little bit, trying to boost him up.
He's stroking his ego.
Yeah, stroking him so he can get him on his side. And that's what he does.
Yep. He assures him that he's the man and he doesn't need to run his new plan past Tommy because Tommy's all about making money. Right. So of course he's gonna be cool with it, you know? So Julio agrees and he tells Dre to set up this meeting. And he don't realize what he really setting up is...
It's his death.
Poor Julio, and I liked Julio, y'all. I mean, we're gonna get to that scene and we're gonna break it down when we get to that in the episode, but Man, oh man, this entire episode had me in my feelings. It was a great episode, but it really had me in my feelings, and I had to sit down.
We saw some good people go down.
Yes, and I had to sit here and process what I saw before I could even put into words how I was feeling.
Right.
I mean, my jaw dropped a couple times, and I cried. It was just, did you shed a tear?
No, I ain't shed a tear, but you know, I got a little fizzle in the nose, like the tear was about to come out, like woo! It made you think.
Yeah, it did, guys. And from here, this is when they jump back to the scene with Tariq and Jukebox, and Tariq asks Jukebox where she get that name from.
Right.
And she explains, she said, I knew all the songs on the radio and I could imitate anyone.
Right.
And then Tariq asked her about
this song Midnight Train to Georgia.
Right.
And he didn't know who sing it. Did she know it? And she was saying, yeah, I know it. I know the lyrics. They said, because you sing better than my mama. She said she couldn't hold a tune to me.
Now, she said your mom couldn't touch me on her best day.
Right.
But at that point, who out there thought that she was getting ready to blow? I thought she was going to say something. I'm waiting and I'm like...
I thought she was going to hit something and make us like, wow, Jukebox can sing.
Right. And then she just starts humming a hymn. Yeah. And then she just... It's on the sparrow. I'm like, really? I thought you was about to kill it. You know, I'm sitting back like, okay, let's hear you blow.
I thought she gonna sing. Thought she gonna put a lullaby.
No, but it was so creepy to me that when she gave him the lean, right? And so Tariq passes out. She must have made this stuff extra strong this time. He passes out
quick.
And as she's singing this hymn to him, guys, and then she leans over him and she says, "Lights out." Okay, that was so creepy to me, because just the way you gonna sing a hymn over somebody and then they pass out, you like, lights out little, you know?
Yeah.
So Ghost and Tasha finally have their little talk, guys, and wow. I forgot to mention this. I am a fan of Tasha. I don't have a problem with her. I know a lot of men don't like her character, but in this episode, Tasha made me so mad. Just the decisions she made, the way she was talking to Ghost, I just wanted to smack her. Because I think at this point, everybody should be doing things for the greater good of the family. You know, to get past what has been done. And I just feel like the steps she's doing is just putting them further and further in the hole, taking them backwards. And that's not where they need to go.
Yeah, but she got the words too, because you know, after they go back and forth about her getting the money from Stern and why you didn't talk to me, and then she goes back at him. Oh, somebody to make all decisions and without talking to nobody. And she come back at him with him, but then she told him like, well, Ghost. She tried to stroke his ego. Ghost, I know you know how to work this thing out and make it work out for your good.
She did with the same thing she did with Keisha. She changed the freaking subject because she didn't want the attention on her. My whole thing with this tit for tat situation, and then she throws it up in Ghost's face that he made the decision without her.
Right.
But that doesn't justify your actions. You know what I mean?
No, but of course, people gonna make rash decisions when things come up and like, well, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, that's how she justifies what she did. But Ghost made a very interesting comment. He said the money from Milan should have been enough.
Right.
And she didn't elaborate. She just said, well, I did what I had to do. What did Tasha do with all that money? That is a very valid question. And
we're gonna find out. I don't know, but I think it has something to do with the lawyer. I think that money.
Silver?
Yeah, with Silver. I think that money went there. Because it was a whole lot of money that he got back.
Yeah.
Like they said, it was 7 figures.
Right.
And what happened to all that?
So she just changes the subject and she went from there, and Ghost is laying out what Stern's real agenda is, and he said, you know, he needs me for a tax break and for a headline. Now Tasha, being the smooth person that she is, she then tries to stroke Ghost's ego, and she's like, hey, but you know, this is gonna be good for your image, and you can do this. And so what did she tell him? She
was telling him, you can take this and you can turn this around on him, and then you can make this work out for you.
Yeah, so she's trying to tell him he can outsmart Stern, basically. Yeah, so yeah, that gets the attention off of her for a minute. Yeah, go ahead and stroke his ego, Tasha. Yeah, but what I like though is Ghost comes back and he sits down and he's like, I don't know how to trust you. Right. And she says, I don't know how to trust you either. But if we're gonna make this work, we don't have a choice.
Right.